The Book of Genesis, a tapestry of ancient stories, epic journeys, and profound covenants. We find ourselves at the tail end of this book, drawn into the poignant final moments of the patriarch Jacob. Jacob, now frail with age, summons his strength for one last crucial act, to bless his 12 sons. These are not just words of well-wishing, they are pronouncements, prophecies that will reverberate through the lives of his descendants, shaping the destiny of a nation. Jacob leaning on his staff, his sons gathered around him, their faces etched with a mix of grief and anticipation. In the ancient world, a father's blessing carried immense power. Welcome to Bible Stories and Chronicles channel. If you like to hear beautiful stories from Bible, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you. These blessings, recorded in Genesis chapter 49, are more than just personal pronouncements. They offer a panoramic view of the tribes that would descend from these 12 sons. Each blessing is a blend of praise and admonition, reflecting the individual character of each son and foreshadowing the future of his tribe. Join us as we journey back in time to unearth the layered meanings within Jacob's final blessings, uncovering their relevance for us even today. Jacob begins with Reuben, his firstborn son. Tradition held that the eldest son inherited a double portion of the father's wealth and assumed the mantle of leadership. However, Reuben's past transgressions cast a long shadow. Unstable as water, you will not excel, Jacob declares, his words heavy with disappointment. This evocative imagery speaks to Reuben's impulsive nature, his inability to control his desires. This act of disrespect, this breach of trust, cost Reuben his birthright. Reuben's tribe, though destined to be numerous, will not rise to prominence. The weight of his past actions will forever impede their path to greatness. Next, Jacob turns his attention to Simeon and Levi, two brothers bound together by a dark act of vengeance. These sons, consumed by anger over the violation of their sister Dinah, had orchestrated a massacre, slaughtering the men of Shechem. Jacob, recalling their ruthlessness, pronounces a harsh judgment. Cursed be their anger, so fierce, and their fury, so cruel. Their actions, though motivated by a desire for justice, were tainted by brutality and a thirst for revenge. He decrees that their lineage will be scattered, their unity fractured, a consequence of their uncontrolled rage. Levi's descendants, the Levites, will be consecrated to the service of God, becoming priests and guardians of the sacred laws. In these first three blessings, we witness the profound weight of Jacob's words. They are not merely observations of character, but pronouncements that will shape the destiny of these tribes. Reuben's instability, Simeon and Levi's uncontrolled anger, these flaws become defining characteristics, shaping their future and that of their descendants. Jacob's blessings, imbued with divine inspiration, reveal a profound truth. Our choices have consequences that reverberate through generations. They remind us that our actions, whether driven by passion, anger, or a desire for revenge, have the power to shape not only our own lives but also the lives of those who come after us. Jacob's voice takes on a different tone as he turns to Judah, his fourth son. Gone is the note of disappointment that colored his previous pronouncements. Instead, there is a sense of awe, a recognition of the greatness that lies dormant within this son. Judah, your brothers will praise you, Jacob declares, his words echoing with prophetic weight. Judah is compared to a lion, the king of beasts, a creature renowned for its strength and majesty. This likeness speaks to the inherent leadership qualities that reside within Judah, qualities that will elevate him above his brothers. From Judah's line, Jacob prophesies, will come a king, a ruler who will command the respect and obedience of his brothers. It is from Judah's tribe that King David, the legendary ruler of Israel, will emerge, uniting the 12 tribes under his reign. Jacob's gaze shifts to Zebulun, his fifth son. Zebulun will live by the sea, Jacob proclaims, his words painting a vivid picture of Zebulun's future territory. He will be a haven for ships. His border will extend to Sidon. Zebulun, unlike some of his brothers, is destined for a life intertwined with the sea, a life of trade and exploration. Located on the fertile coastal plains of the Promised Land, Zebulun's territory will become a hub of commerce. a gateway for trade with distant lands. Zebulun's descendants, through their engagement with other cultures and their embrace of trade, will become a bridge between Israel and the outside world. Finally, Jacob turns to Issachar, his sixth son. Issachar is a strong donkey, Jacob observes, lying down between the sheep pens. Issachar, content to bear burdens, will find prosperity in the midst of toil. Jacob acknowledges Issachar's industrious nature, his willingness to work hard and to shoulder responsibility. Issachar's story reminds us that true strength lies not always in outward displays of power, but in the quiet determination to persevere, to find joy in the midst of challenges, and to contribute to the well-being of others. Jacob's pronouncements shift, his voice taking on a graver tone as he turns to his son Dan. Dan will provide justice for his people, like a snake by the roadside, a viper along the path, that bites the horse's heels so that its rider tumbles backward, Jacob declares, his words laced with a mixture of caution and admiration. Dan, though small in stature among the tribes, will possess a fierce independence, a knack for guerrilla warfare. Like a serpent that strikes swiftly and unexpectedly, Dan will prove to be a formidable adversary, defending his people with cunning and strategic brilliance. Dan's story serves as a reminder that even the pursuit of justice must be tempered with wisdom and restraint, lest it become corrupted by the very darkness it seeks to eradicate. Jacob's focus moves to Gad, his seventh son. Gad will be attacked by raiding parties, Jacob predicts, his voice filled with fatherly concern, but he will attack them at their heels and pursue them. Gad, positioned on the eastern border of the Promised Land, will face constant pressure from marauding tribes. Yet, Jacob assures, Gad will not crumble under pressure. Gad's story is a testament to the power of resilience, the ability to face adversity head-on and emerge stronger from the experience. A sense of optimism returns to Jacob's voice as he blesses his sons Asher and Naphtali. Asher's food will be rich, he will provide delicacies fit for a king, Jacob declares, his words painting a picture of prosperity and abundance. Asher, settling in the fertile lands of the north, will enjoy a life of plenty, their fields overflowing with grain, their orchards laden with fruit. Turning to Naphtali, Jacob proclaims, Naphtali is a doe set free that bears beautiful fawns. Naphtali, residing in the picturesque Galilee region, will possess a natural agility, a swiftness of thought and action. Asher's abundance and Naphtali's creative spirit remind us that true blessing encompasses both material prosperity and the freedom to express our unique gifts and talents. A hush falls over the gathering as Jacob turns, his gaze filled with a mixture of pride and tenderness, towards his son Joseph. Of all his sons, it is Joseph whose journey has been marked by both profound suffering and extraordinary triumph. Sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, Joseph's story could have ended in despair. Yet, through a series of extraordinary events, Joseph's unwavering faith in God propelled him from the depths of a prison cell to the pinnacle of power in Egypt. Joseph is a fruitful vine by a spring, whose branches climb over a wall, Jacob begins, his words flowing like water from a wellspring of love. This imagery speaks to Joseph's resilience, his ability to thrive even in the most challenging of circumstances. Jacob's voice rings with conviction as he speaks of the divine favor that has sustained Joseph. The blessings of your father are mighty and majestic, surpassing the blessings of the eternal mountains, the bounties of the everlasting hills, Jacob declares, his words echoing the grandeur of God's promises. Benjamin, the wolf's strength. Jacob's gaze shifts to his youngest son Benjamin, his voice tinged with a mixture of affection and foreboding. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf, Jacob declares, his words painting a vivid image of untamed wildness. In the morning he devours the prey, in the evening he divides the plunder. Benjamin, born after the death of his mother Rachel, has always held a special place in Jacob's heart. Like a wolf, known for its hunting prowess and its fierce loyalty to its pack, Benjamin's descendants will possess a formidable strength, a determination to protect their own. As we reflect on Jacob's sons, a larger theme emerges: the enduring power of choice. Jacob's pronouncements reflect the choices his sons made and their consequences. These stories remind us that our choices have consequences, not only for ourselves, but for future generations. May we strive to make choices that reflect wisdom and integrity. Jacob's blessings, while deeply personal, also offer a broader lesson about the nature of legacy. These pronouncements are not merely words of praise or condemnation. They are a powerful blend of blessing and admonition, a reflection of both the strengths and weaknesses that reside within each of his sons. Jacob, in his wisdom, recognizes that true legacy is not about perfection, but about embracing the fullness of who we are, both the good and the bad. This understanding of legacy challenges us to move beyond simplistic notions of success and failure. It invites us to embrace the fullness of our own stories, to acknowledge both our triumphs and our shortcomings, and to recognize that our legacies are ultimately shaped by how we choose to respond to the challenges and opportunities that life presents. Just as a skilled artisan transforms raw materials into a work of art, so too can we transform our experiences, both positive and negative, into a legacy that inspires and uplifts those who come after us. Jacob's blessings remind us that our legacies are not solely determined by our accomplishments, but also by the values we embody, the relationships we nurture, and the contributions we make to the world around us. May we strive to live in such a way that our lives become a blessing to others, a source of strength and inspiration for generations to come. As Jacob's final words fade into the silence of the tent, we are left to contemplate the profound implications of his blessings. These pronouncements, imbued with divine inspiration, offer a glimpse into the tapestry of destiny that will unfold for the 12 tribes of Israel. From the fertile plains of Judah to the rugged hills of Naphtali, each tribe will carve its own path, shaped both by the blessings bestowed upon them and the choices they make along the way. We witness the rise of kings from the line of Judah, the flourishing trade of Zebulun's coastal haven, the unwavering strength of Issachar's laborers, and the fierce independence of Dan's warriors. We see the abundance that flows from Joseph's descendants, the creative spirit that animates Naphtali's artists, and the unwavering courage of Gad's defenders. Each tribe, though distinct in its character and destiny, remains bound to the others by the unbreakable cords of kinship and shared history. Jacob's blessings, though spoken thousands of years ago, continue to resonate with profound relevance for us today. They remind us that our lives are not isolated threads but rather interwoven strands in a larger tapestry of human experience. Our choices, our actions, our very beings have the power to shape not only our own destinies, but also the destinies of those around us, both in the present moment and for generations to come. In the final analysis, Jacob's blessings are not merely about predicting the future, but about revealing the timeless truths that govern human existence. They speak to the enduring power of choice, the importance of character, and the interconnectedness of all life. They remind us that our lives have meaning and purpose, that we are each endowed with unique gifts and talents, and that we have a responsibility to use those gifts for the good of ourselves, our communities, and the world around us. As we navigate the complexities of our own lives, may we draw inspiration from the stories of Jacob and his sons. May we strive to live with intentionality, making choices that reflect wisdom, integrity, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. And may we remember that our legacies are ultimately shaped not by our accomplishments, but by the love we share, the kindness we extend, and the positive impact we make on the world around us. The story of Jacob's final blessings is a testament to the enduring power of faith, family, and the human spirit's capacity for both great love and profound forgiveness. It is a story that continues to inspire, challenge, and guide us on our own journeys of faith, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, even in the twilight of our years, we have the power to leave behind a legacy of love, wisdom, and enduring hope. We will continue with another beautiful story from Bible in our next video. Subscribe so that you will not miss it. Thanks for watching.